Hello and welcome to Bay of Funny Fortunes. My name is Natalie and I am an empath and intuitive card reader. And this evening what I am here doing is a reading for the sign of Virgo. This is for the month of July in the year 2016 for this year. So I've already gone ahead and dealt out my significator card from my deck of tarot. Here's the Two of Wands. And I've done a 5-card spread. Each placement of the cards is in a certain position representative of what it is, and the card brings forth the message. And the placement of the cards. So they've already been shuffled up and the cards have been cleansed. And for those of you that are new to the channel, for all my online readings, I use the Oceanic deck, the Oceanic Tarot by J. Mullis. And for my significator, I use what is simply called as tarot. Okay, so the very first position of the very first card falls in the spread of the monthly reading. This is for Virgo, and it is a general reading for the month of July 2016. And we have the general overall energy of the reading is the Six of Wands, and it's representative of success. Okay, so this card brings brilliant success after hard work. Others will be drawn to your light. You may receive special attention for your work. There is an offer of love from a new romance or a proposal of marriage that is coming forth. The advice of this card is do not hold back. This is your time to shine, and you deserve this success. The keywords are victory, education, awards, love, proposal, strength, and ceremony. And this is a general overall energy of this reading for you, Virgo, for the month of July. That sounds all really, really well. Your second placement is about your work and finances. And the card that I drew for you was the Four of Swords, and he's all about recovery. So this is your work and finance for the month of July, Virgo. The keywords are inaction, time away, taking a relationship break, healing, peace, stillness, and rest. The advice of this card, accept that this is how things need to be just now. You will make progress when the time is right for you. Now is the time for a break, and this could be your choice or it may be imposed upon you. As you take time from work, a relationship, or a stressful commitment, you will need quiet time, and it is needed very much. The Four shows some plans have been put on hold. So the plans have been put on hold, and so this is your work and finance. So for some of you out there, Virgos, you had some plans. For financial reasons, they have been put on hold. Not only that, you're being posed upon to take a break and a breather. So if you're in the place of employment, sometimes that happens due to the stress of your commitments. Your family, I feel for some of you, your doctor and your family are stressing that you've worked too hard. You've done the hard work. There's the general reading, the general overall energy is the hard work. You've been juggling a lot of balls all at one time, and some people that are closest to you in your life, like your boss and your family, your partner, your friends can see that how hard you've worked for a very long time, and now the job is done. You're attracting all kinds of people where you're being told now's the time to take a break, but there's so many things coming at you at once because of the success you've become in this latest endeavor. So you can let your light shine through because you deserve this success. Of course, don't downplay it or anything like that. The keywords are victory, education, awards, love proposal, strength, and ceremony. Hold off a little bit on the love proposal because it's just too much right now. It's just too much. This is male to female to male, same, female to female and male to male, same sex. There's no, I'm not picking up on anything like that in particular. This is a general reading for Virgo. So Virgo, if you're doing the proposing, I don't think you are. That's not what I feel. You're being proposed to. You have a lot of things coming at you because with success comes high activity, and you've done your job. But there has to be a breather in there somewhere. You can gain and take and accept all the accolades that you're going to be receiving. They'll still be there after you've rested things up. Don't get stressed out by your relationships. Those that truly love you understand that this is something that's needed for you to remain balanced and healthy. Um, you can make progress a little later on down the road after you stop and accept some stillness and be in the moment. Take a deep breath and let everything go and say, I've done a good job. Pat yourself on the back and let other people pat you on the back as well. You deserve it. But your family is on you now. You feel like you're just getting going, but your family's saying, you've been going for months straight out. We're going to make you stop now. You can get back at it later, but what we want, those of us that care about you, we want you to stop and take a rest and a breather and recharge your energies, because if you don't, you're going to get burned out. What you're doing is something that you really love and you enjoy, but you need to slow down a little bit. When we get caught up in our own selves a bit too much, we're really enjoying the ride of life at times. We feel the fatigue. We feel that, yes, we're aware we're not eating right because we're not taking the time to do so. We're aware somewheres in the back of our mind and like our subconscious mind, everything going on up here is a thing of the brain doesn't want to shut itself off. I'm sorry, getting distracted. I'm hearing, I don't know, the earth just kind of rumbled here for a minute. Um, what's going on up here is all about work and moving forward. And we get into a habit of that when we get involved in a project of something of some kind, whatever's taking up all our time that we've allowed to come in and take that. Um, we're loving it. We don't know how to say no when it comes to this. Whatever this is, excuse me. We, we need to stop and slow down, and we're not always the best judge of when and where that's supposed to happen. We just know that this is something that we've been growing. This could be a relationship, and your family's telling you need to back off and slow down. For some of you, it's too soon. It's a rebound relationship, and they don't want to see you hurt again. And you've been seeing this person pretty much straight out, almost like you're joined at the hip, and you just came out of another relationship, and there hasn't been any space or time in between. It's almost, you feel it's genuine in your heart. I've met somebody new, and now you get yourself convinced that that's why the last relationship didn't work out, because that wasn't really meant for me, even though I believed my whole heart and soul that it was. And then you turn around, something happened to cause that breakup, and this new one has been going on for a little while, and you're ready to go full circle at this time, and that's not really wise. You need to put a little bit of separation in there. What is normal? But here's the problem. I'm being nudged to tell you, you've spent so much time with this other person. It's too late to pull apart a little bit, to put some space in there. Um, So what you need to do, because you can't envision going, you know, um, only seeing this person on the weekends or restricting the time that you have together because you've been spending every moment together outside of work, and your family's not seen much of you lately because it's been all about this person. And maybe this is the real deal, but you know what? If it is, it'll still be there a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. So what you need to do is, it's too late, like I said, to separate and start putting space in there, because it's almost like you're stepping backwards if you do that in the relationship. So you have to reprioritize. It's what you need to do. You need to reprioritize the relationship, where you should be and what you should be doing, because you have nothing but time ahead of you, both of you. And what is the rush? What is the rush to set up house together? What is the rush to tie the knot? What's the big rush? You should never be in a big rush to do these things. Okay? See, the swords are all about the mind and what's going on in our minds, and it's about our subconscious. It's about the darker corners of our innermost thoughts. And we tuck things away in there. We tuck things away that we don't want to really deal with. There's a dark corner. It looks like an empty space. I'm just going to shove that right in there. This bad relationship that I came out of, I don't want to do. I don't care about time frame. I feel good when I'm with this other person, and I feel happy. Here's the thing. When you get in the throes of that, you can make irreversible decisions. Nothing will ever go backwards and be the same as what it was before. That goes for both of you. You need to slow down. Just slow it down. Nobody's saying don't see each other, don't be together, but you need to slow that down. Okay, so those are the dark corners of the mind. So the third card in the reading, the third card is about, well, it goes right from this one into this one. And this one is about love and romance. You've been having a hard time, because what the feeling I'm getting and being nudged from Spirit is to say, for some of you, you've been burning the candle on both ends kind of thing between work and relationships. Not good. You're going to be burning out. Is what's going to happen. And nobody benefits from that at all. Nobody at all. The thing is, you'll never get back up and stay the same again once you go back like that. That is not, it's not good. But this woman here is probably somebody's boss, supervisor, mother, sister, best friend. Okay? If you're older than she is, probably a partner or a caregiver. The key words with this woman, she's very generous and loving. She has money. She's comfortable. She loves nature and children and animals. The advice of this card is to be hands-on, to get involved, to give practical help, to share your knowledge with those who need it the most. This affectionate, generous woman is rather like the wise helper that we all want in our daily lives every day. She's a lover of nature and home and her family, and she's very down to earth. This could be you. This could be the you card. Very much so. Very much. She's all about kindness. Or this is a female figure in your life. This card can be showing you that the time to focus on key tasks, it is time to focus on key tasks and spend your money wisely. Another meaning is an influential woman at work who supports your work. This woman here, okay, so we're talking about overdoing it with the job, all right? And we all want someone like this in our life, and some of you have this woman at work. She can get you to keep yourself out front and center without breaking your neck doing so. She can help you prioritize because she's been there and made the mistakes. And if you're really, really, really smart, you'll listen to her. And you can see the fish that are around her, and it's almost like she holds them in her attention. And Pentacles as well, because she is the Queen of Pentacles. She's very representative of money. So chances are this is somebody, whoever this reading is meant for this evening, Virgo. Okay? She is someone in your life who supports your desire to earn more money. She is all wise and all knowing. She's going to help to take care of you. You're going to get your rest in there without losing your spot in line. That's what I'm being nudged to tell you. Without losing your spot in line. This one's going to show you how to do it. For some of you, she's a mate. And she's very kind, and she's very generous, and she's the type that's saying, she advises you, you know what to do deep down inside. You listen to your inner instincts. You know how much rest you need. You know when you need to eat. You know when you need exercise. But most of all, right now, because you're so caught up in all the excitement of this project that you just completed, you can't see the forest for the trees. You can't. Everything isn't clear as mud, as they say. You you you're your own worst enemy right now because of the fatigue and the rest that is needed. You're no good to anybody else if you're exhausted. You're no good to yourself. How can you be good to your children? How can you be good to your friends, your family, your coworkers? It's time to slow down and respect this. We all have this woman somewhere. If she is not your wife or lover, then she is your sister, your mother, your boss, your supervisor. It's somebody you're quite close to and somebody that you respect. There's a lot of respect there. You never ever question this woman ever. What she says to you is gold. She knows her stuff. She's saving you a world of grief if you listen to her. The next card is the Queen of the Ocean. And the Queen of the Ocean is all about abundance. And this falls into your challenges for the month of July. Excuse me. Oh. This is the Mother card of the Tarot. It's almost the same as this one. They're both very mothering types. Absolutely. She brings happiness and abundance. She predicts contentment. This card brings contentment. She represents a loving partner, family, and she reassures you that your needs will be met and the money will flow again. Harmony rules at home. Spiritual growth, stability, creativity, fertility, pregnancy. The advice is the time to grow and evolve and invest in love, in home, projects, and spirituality. The keywords are growth, nurture, home love, fertility, comfort, and generosity. So these cards are all about you panicking and being gung-ho, not knowing when to stop, not knowing when to rest, not knowing when to prioritize the most important things that are in your life. And you're lucky because you have two females, all right, in your life that do know better. One is more on the professional plane, or she's someone very close to you. Could be a girlfriend, fiance, a wife, your mother, your sister, your best friend is telling you need to slow down. This card comes along and says your challenges for this month, for the month of July, Virgo, is that you're going to need the resurgence, the reassurance that your needs will be met, your money will flow again. And you know that consciously and logically. You know that. The money is going to always flow because of the ball that you started rolling right from the beginning. Okay? Right from the beginning of the month. This is all about prioritizing in July. It's about knowing when to start and knowing when to stop, knowing what to invest your time in, knowing when to spend time by yourself and with your family and with anybody that's on the love scale. You can't expect that. They didn't sign up for you being gone 18 hours a day or with your head tucked down 18 hours a day. They didn't sign on for that. None of the people in your life have signed on for that. Now, all your hard work and good intentions are coming from the right place. But the thing is, you're getting too caught up and too wound up in it. Virgos, some of the Virgos that I've known, they do tend to obsess about certain things, especially when they find something that they're very, very good at. That's always been, they're perfectionists. Virgos are notorious for being perfectionists and being their own worst enemies. They'll work themselves into exhaustion to make something be exactly the way it has to be. Because this is where they find their value. Their self-value is found by what they can present to the world. You know, they're meticulous about everything they do. Over the top. To the point you wonder what's really going on between those ears. That they feel the need to go to that extreme. Everything to them, when they work on something, is to the extreme of perfection. That's a Virgo. That's the Virgos I've known. It's the way they are. There's always a time to grow and evolve. That's never leaving you at any time, no matter where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, what's going on, how your life is rolling along. There's always, because that's a part of life, we grow, we evolve, we move up, thankfully not down, hopefully, but we move up. But the thing is, Virgo, you've got to pull that in. You've got to know when people are bringing it to your attention. Really, when they're bringing it to your attention, listen up. You need to slow down. Just that simple. The fifth card in your reading is the Hermit. No, the High Priest, I'm sorry. He represents wisdom, and he falls into the message and advice from Spirit. This is a message directly from Spirit. The keywords are traditional and maybe education and traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unity, marriages, values, and authority. The advice from Spirit is to listen to your inner wisdom, and this will guide you to new educational path, a new belief, or you may even seek out a new teacher, and that could be either one of these women that you're going to lean on and rely on even more than you ever did before. He stands between the portal, between the realm of the divine and the mortal man's world. His right hand is an open offering of wisdom and knowledge, and it's a good time for education. It's it also, represents the unity of two people. You may feel restricted, though, by another's traditions. So if you're marrying, I don't even know if the term to say outside your race is even appropriate anymore, politically correct. But now that I've said that, don't attack me for it, because this is ignorance on my part. But having said that, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's like, I'm not talking skin color. I'm talking, a Catholic, you know, marrying or becoming engaged or cohabitating with a Protestant or something like this. I can say that because I'm Catholic. So, I mean, and I grew up in an era when, you really were not ever encouraged to, like, mix with the Protestants, and they were not encouraged to mix with us, the Catholics. And us kids, once we got away from the parents, we all played together, and we didn't care if you were Jewish or what you were, as long as we could all get along, and that's how it was. And in this case here, you may feel restricted by traditions. And maybe it's your family and your background that's putting the restrictions up. And they're reminding you what's acceptable here and what's not acceptable. And it's up to you to define how you're going to fit this all in once you get past your rest that you've been advised to take and it's been imposed upon you. It has been imposed. There's just no getting around it. You've been forced to take a break, and you've been encouraged and assured that nothing is going to slip away from you. This is your project. This is your thing. This was your job. This was your specialty. This was your investment. And you're going to continue this, but you're only human. We all need a break. And you can't ignore the needs of the people in your life. All the people in your life, you can't ignore their needs. Because guess what? You're saying, but I'm doing it for you. This is what I'm hearing. The Spirit saying that you're saying, but I'm doing it for them. Everything I do is for them. Here's the thing. You're enjoying what you're doing as well. So you're doing it for yourself as well. If you get too wound up, too caught up, too drowned in it, there won't be any of them left. Them won't be who they used to be. Them won't be the people you always knew. It'll change the dynamics of the situation. I know some of you right now are going, what am I going to do? Because you're hurting my head because I don't know which way to go. You do what needs to be done. And you don't, Virgo, you can only mop and sweep the floor so many times in the run of the day. And you can grab that broom and dustpan out. And you can sweep and sweep and sweep, and then you look and other people can see what are they doing. There's nothing in that dustpan. There's no dust. There's no fur balls. There's no cat hair. There's no human hair. There's no anything there. That's going too far. You're playing an avoidance game. Sometimes that's what Virgo will do. They'll keep their head tucked down and they'll just keep it going at the grindstone. And part of that is avoidance. Don't be doing that. That's the advice from Spirit. Do not do that. Always remember at the end of every day, it's the loves for your people that live here in your heart 24/7 and that never leaves. You have to respect that, protect that, uphold that. The overall reading for the cards, the significator, is your Two of Wands. Two of Wands are about work. Well, big surprise there, eh? All about work. And the Two of Wands, let me get out my little book. Let's see what I have to say. The Two of Wands, when this card is present, it indicates that we are in charge of the way that our life is unfolding. The Two of Wands does not rule out the occasional pleasant surprise or obstacle, but it does allow us to fulfill our needs and to chase our destiny. And that will be, you'll be reminded of that your life is your destiny, that you have a rich life and people that care about you very deeply, and that every day that you wake and every day that you rise, you'll get to be creative. You'll get to use your gifts. You'll get to share your gifts. You have family around you. You have people that love you. And you're very lucky, Virgo. Whatever kind of job some of you are doing, you have a very good job. And I don't mean this way, making a ton of money. What I mean is you can't wait to go to work every day. Some of you are that lucky. Send me comments on that because I'm feeling the heat there. Some of you are overjoyed to go to work, and that is wherein lies the whole problem that this reading is pointing out to you. You don't see it as work. Your family says they're working too much, it's too much, it's too much. We never see them. By the time they come home, they're exhausted. But that's the thing, it's not work to you. It is not laborious to you. It's a labor of love. And your family knows that, but their passion doesn't run as deep for it, so they can remain logical while you cannot. So when your family becomes concerned about you, you need to really stop and you need to listen to them. And if they're telling you, you need to stop and you need to rest, or you're not going to be here, or we're not going to be here, that's just the way it's going to be. Excuse me. Oh, I tell you one thing, I should be in bed. It's 1:02 a.m. I had a hard time making time to get here to do this reading for you, Virgo, for the month of July in 2016. And it looks like you've got a lot of family around you. Your job is the love of your life, pretty much. We won't tell anybody else that. As I said, you're very lucky you have a job. You can't wait to get there. It's not a job to you. This is something you love to do, Virgo. This is something that you're so passionate about. You know why? Because you're dang good at it. That's why, and you know it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you tend to let yourself get swallowed up in this while you're trying to achieve perfection. Virgo, you're all such perfectionists. So, we are running into 32 minutes. I try to keep the monthlies around a half an hour. I think I have rung the messages out of the cards. I know I've repeated myself a few times. I don't like doing that, but for some reason, Spirit nudges me. Say it again. Put it in different words, but say it again. Say it again. Because some of you out there are not hearing what you're being told by those that are around you, by those with logical thinking brains that are passionless about your passion. And they have an objective view to what is good for you. So take their gentle nudgings and take their advice. Take a break. There's always going to be an opportunity. Whenever you're ready to pick things up and you're feeling recharged and rested, the opportunity to evolve and grow will always be there. Money's not going to be an issue. You're doing what you love. You're in your element. And for some of you Virgos, you're very, very lucky that way. You need to lighten up just a little wee bit. And show your family how much you love them. And you can show them, look, as much as I love what I'm doing, I love you guys even more. So if I get caught up with it, just pull me up short. And that's all you have to do. So Virgo, this is your monthly reading for July 2016. This has been a general reading. If you so like the reading and you like to continue on with something that is completely personalized just for you and you alone, I do provide private readings. You can go to my website, which is going to be found in the description box below this video window, or you can shoot me off an email. I get my readings out within 24-hour period, and you are given the link to the video so you can go in and you can watch it as many times as you want. There's the beauty of the readings. So if you go to my website, beneath the picture that you'll see immediately when the page loads up, under the picture of Crow Island is a very small condensed paragraph. It's very straightforward and explains how Bay of Fundy Fortunes works when it comes to personal readings. So, if you liked this reading, please like and share it if you'd like to with some other Virgos maybe, or your family. and say, hey, this is me. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and become a part of the Bay of Fundy family, then please do so. That's always cheap. It's free, for heaven's sakes. But I'd like you to come and join me. And I'd like to thank you right now for taking time to stop by and spend a little bit of time with me during this reading. And just click subscribe and you'll get an email notification every time I post a new video. Okay, so from here on out I do the daily readings and the monthly readings once a month for you. So for now, I'll wish you, Virgo, a very good July. It's going to be a beautiful month, and your cup runneth over with love and activity. So much so, you're spilling all over the place and making a mess. So you slow down. I'm glad you were here, and I hope to see you back soon. Thank you very much. Good night.